Andrew says, I think we shouldn't even address it in the return. Just a really hard cut. Well...
This is my desktop. This is just...
Oh my god!
This is just how I'm living. That's my desktop.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's not good.
Oh my god!
It's real bad. I swear I'm not.
Even do that? Why doesn't it just go like ... and
I didn't
stack them?
I don't know.
Did you stack them like that, or does it?
No, I don't touch that at all. I don't look at it.
But how did it get there?
I don't know. I guess I do a lot of like grabbing photos of like sports news and stuff and group chats.
You can set where it puts a screenshot, by the way. You don't have to send them to the desktop.
I didn't know. I just screen grab them and then I just go on with my life. I don't put much thought into the process, but I recently saw that for the first time in a while. I was like, oh my god, this is not good.
That's absurd. I've never seen anything like it.
I never navigate on. I don't see that screen. I always have my browser open, and if I want a file, I go to find it. I never interact with this, and I never delete anything. If there are definite like some things that are like 7 or 8 of the same thing, because I just don't.
One of them's just a picture of donuts.
Yeah, there's a donut conversation. Donut talk. That's my desktop. How are you two doing?
I'm pretty good.
I think we're in. I'm recording. Yeah.
I hope so. Recording. That screen, we have to put a screenshot of that in the fucking episode for sure.
Well, no, we can't put that in. It's like personal stuff there.
Yeah.
Like one of the screenshots just says $3,420. Who knows what that could be about?
Really? Well, I don't even know.
Here's what we need to do. All right, here's what we need to do. We can't show it because it's got too much. It's got Andrew's personal banking information or whatever on it.
I'm a fucking idiot. I should have mentioned something last episode. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. You do your thing.
I was just gonna say we should do like the jelly bean game, and Gavin and you and I should try to count, make a guess how many files are on that desktop, and then have Andrew count it up and see who got closest.
Yeah,
I'll gladly do that. I'll just because it's a relation. When you said that, Gavin, I thought I have no idea what that's about. I do know what that's about. I'm doing a hat raffle right now for one of the original fuck hats, the black fuck hat, through the Discord community. And at that point, we had raised $3,420 through it.
Oh shit, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're at a little over 4,000 right now, so it's been going really well. So we have an insanely thoughtful and kind community for a show that's called kface, about Jeff shitting himself. It's been really nice.
I think there's probably 700 files on your desktop. Also, awesome community. That's my guess. My guess is 776 files.
Gavin just brought, or not Gavin, I am so bad with names today. Eric brought up a great point. There's only fucking 4 of us, and I can't get these names right. Eric brought up a great point that the raffle is over, long over by the time you're going to hear this.
Oh, well,
we're way in the future.
Have you recorded a bit for a previous episode? We could slop it in.
Could I? Well, I couldn't. Could I do that? Would that be possible?
I don't know. I feel like you do that a lot.
What, like forget to mention a thing that it turns out I did actually mention it and it got cut and it's not my fault and I never said anything? Is that what you're trying to reference?
All right.
Before we get to this, what episode of Face is this, Jeff?
16.
Oh, man, that was the wrong person to ask, wasn't it? I don't know why I didn't see that coming.
I think it's episode 23.
And you are?
Jeff.
Hey.
You're doing an intro.
Yeah.
I love these. Welcome to Face.
Who are you?
Andrew, I think. Maybe Gavin? Or Eric, I'm bad with names. Who knows?
And I'm Gavin.
Guess what?
I guess that makes me Andrew.
Guess what I just found, Andrew?
What did you just find?
I was looking through my storage facility for some stuff, and I thought while I'm there, since you and I have been fucking around with cards, I'll look for all my old good baseball and basketball cards. And I vaguely remembered that somebody came to me and said their kid had started collecting cards, and I was feeling very generous, and I said, you know what? They can have all my good ones. The ones I used to like pay rent with when I was in the Army and I was poor. I would sell cards to pay rent, and I still had a ton of really good stuff. And I went today to see if that was a false memory or a real memory. Turns out it's a totally real memory. I have no idea who I gave those cards to or whose kid I gave them to, but I gave them so many thousands of dollars worth of cards. But when I was cleaning out some financial stuff, I just found Shaq's rookie card, just fucking in with some some old tax papers. So I found a college Shaq Classic rookie card. I looked it up. It's like $700.
Wow.
Isn't that
Is
crazy?
it in good condition?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like a 9.5. I might get it graded.
Are you gonna sell it?
Nah, I'll fucking hold on to it. I love Shaq too much.
It's a great character.
He's the funniest fucking dude.
Him and Charles Barkley on TNT.
They
Probably
are
the best panel in sports.
Oh yeah, they are the Abbott and Costello of the modern era. Those two, they are phenomenal together. Hey, so turns out, breaking news, Gerple?
What about Gerple? That it's real? That I said
It's
it?
real that you said it and Nick cut it?
We got confirmation from Nick. I said it.
Well, we got to bring Nick in again to explain
Yeah.
himself now that he knows it was there. Nick, hey.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Apparently, there's an end bit where Jeff is starting to wrap up and say, cut out anything that I said that was stupid. And as you said that, underneath, Andrew was saying, grapple. He was doing a bunch of different lines. And I apparently just lowered the track for it. I was like, oh, we'll let Jeff shine here, I guess.
I mean, that's always fair. I just assumed that when you heard Jeff say cut anything stupid, you just immediately went to me and just removed everything I said. I think there's probably no thought into what the actual content was. So it's
is
really my fault.
Is that where you got the idea that Andrew had told you to cut something, but it was actually Jeff telling you to cut stupid?
They both told me to cut something. Andrew asked me to cut something else, but I had just assumed that apparently entailed that as well. It did not. So
that was your pyramid scheme or whatever that you wanted to cut?
Yeah.
That you don't want to talk about?
No, I'll talk about the pyramid scheme. I just did a horrible job explaining it in that context.
So you were trying to distract us from your Garfield times by just changing the subject to a pyramid scheme, but I guess it worked too well?
It did. I guess it was effective. Yeah, I didn't actually plan on telling the story in that moment. It was just supposed to confuse, and then we would pivot away to something else.
But Jeff and I went all in on the pyramid scheme. We're like, oh, what have you got?
I got the impression that he really didn't want to go down the fucking the Garfield rabbit hole, and so I backed off because I was like, I think he's really upset that he lost those times, and he's being real nonchalant defeatist about it, which isn't, I think, akin to your typical personality. So I was like, Andrew must not be having I'll just back off and we'll just go down the pyramid scheme rabbit hole instead.
See, at that point, I thought I had Nickelodeon Racers 2 in my pocket and I was ready to go. Little did I know, 0 leaderboards. But the pyramid, if we want to get into the pyramid scheme, a friend and I climbed to the top of a pyramid scheme at one point. It turned into a whole contest. I don't know if you ever heard of staropoly.com? I think that's what it was called.
No.
It was this website.
Yes, was it like celebrity stock market or something?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was Kelsey Grammer was like the face of it, and it was this attempt to say celebrities are going to kickstart the economy by making this social networking site where you could also sell products and promote things. It was very odd. You'd pay for a subscription. And I feel like their big selling point was you could do HD video emails. It was they're big. This is going to change everything. He was the face. Corbin Blue, I want to say, was in this as well. He was the 4th most popular person from High School Musical. It wasn't it was Kelsey Grammer and then a bunch of much lower personalities.
Oh, good Lord.
I think it turned out to be a pyramid scheme / credit card scam. The entire thing was extremely corrupt. It was just so bizarre, all the messaging and Kelsey Grammer being involved with this. And there were these links that would tell you that he's going to do a conference call to explain the future of product. And just the concept of Kelsey Grammer doing that was absurd. And you couldn't really find where any of this stuff was. It was buried because I don't think really any of it existed.
Did he know it was a scam?
I think he agreed, from my understanding, he agreed to be a part of it, but not to the extent in which they used his likeness. They made him the star of the website. I think he sued the company that made it. I could be wrong about that, though. This is a long time ago.
This was probably around the time he was getting divorced from Camille Grammer and he was looking for extra cash.
It was 2009-ish,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, so if that lines up, then that makes sense. But they had, so it was, the company that made it was called Todd HD, and the website was Staropoly. And I don't remember if they were Star Points or Todd Points, but it essentially had a leaderboard of efficiency of like whoever the top sellers were, you would get on the leaderboard and you could get to the top of it. And it was based on, I guess, in theory, how profitable you were to try to incentivize people to see what profits they could make. And a friend of mine showed me that there's a way to get like 200 of those points a day. It was by, I don't know if you like watched an ad or if you gave them your email address, but you would go through this process and you would click the link and you get 200 points when you clicked it. But if you click the thing multiple times, you'd get as many times as you clicked. And you could do this pretty frequently. I don't think it was once a day because we're doing it multiple times. But you could get 200 points. So it was intended to be a small amount. And the top people had like 700,000. I think Kelsey Grammer was the top of like 750,000 of these Todd points. And so it turned into a competition between a friend and I where we were just mashing that button as frequently as we could over a week. And we slowly crossed everybody. There's 2 accounts that...
What? Oh, he's here. Okay. But hang on.
What is happening?
Okay, so you're on your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Is your power still out?
Yes.
When your power, did you get a chance to save your audio before your computer turned off?
From the last episode?
Well, yeah, obviously from this one.
I exported. I'm pretty sure I saved. I definitely exported.
Then wait,
But not from, that was the last one, not from this one.
Well, no, not from this one. Why would I answer from this one? How could I save in the middle of a recording?
when you somebody else.
Did you save the project first and then start recording?
What are you talking about?
We're trying to find out if we can recover your audio when you get your power back or not, so that we can determine if what we've been doing for the last 40 minutes can still be considered content.
He's coming so aggressive.
I thought something was happening. I thought there was... The show is continuing. I didn't understand the context of the chat. I was surprised people are even here. I just remembered I had a Discord app on my phone.
We just kept going. We're gonna probably cut it from the main episode.
But it's very...
What's funny to me, actually, Nick just said the same thing. He, to me, sounds better than Jeff does.
But he's not recording, but we don't have a way of recording his individual audio, which is what we use in the edit. It's all going to be the scratch, and it's going to sound like dog shit.
Isn't that every other podcast that we make is the scratch?
Yeah, this is an audio podcast, so it could sound good. Okay, hang on. Nick's suggestion is insane for this show. Nick, just say we can't do it. What you're doing is not helping. Just don't over-talk each other. That's not going to happen in this show.
Well, here's what could happen. No, here's what could happen. Nick mutes Jeff and me and you, but not Andrew.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. There's no way.
Then he can't hear anything.
I've got like 500 megabytes of data. There's no way I could do 40 minutes.
Wait, you're on like cellular?
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone right now.
Dude,
What do you
you
think?
sound-
I don't have fucking power. How else would I be?
You sound so good.
I'm still on my phone.
Whatever this is, you sound as good as normal.
You sound better than Jeff.
Oh my God. Whatever this is, we're 35 minutes into it, and it's highly entertaining to me.
That's what I saw the thing. I thought, I was looking in the Discord, and I remembered I had it, and then I saw all of you still here, which was alarming to me, and I assumed something was happening, so I just wrote, I see you. Now I'm here.
I was telling a mouth story about my fucking last trip to the dentist.
Yeah, a lot of this recording has been us talking about what we're going to do with this recording, but there's some pretty good stuff. But I feel like we can't put it out as a main episode because you're not
as a
in it.
main episode. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's in it now, and he's in it at the
I'm
beginning.
okay.
So
I'm okay with it.
okay.
Well, I leave this steaming pile of content to Nick and Eric's capable hands.
I mean, Nick said that he's muted everyone but Andrew, so this is bizarre. So potentially, if we're all still recording and he's recording this with Andrew, you guys could just pick up where we left off.
But he doesn't have the megabits on his phone.
Oh, that's right. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, you're totally right. He doesn't have the megabits.
I don't have the bits. I have a severe lack of bits right now.
Can we just pay for your phone this month? Like, how do we get you more bits?
Oh, it's alarming. My phone plan goes like right through. I don't have like a main phone plan, so it'll just charge to my card whatever the overage is. That could be scary. I don't like the idea of just having like a faucet of cash that's on that I don't know how much is coming out of.
All right, well, this could be the nice ending to the supplemental part where we find
There you
Andrew
go.
again.
Right.
Andrew, you missed out. I hope you listened to it. There was some good stuff in there that you missed out on.
Andrew, did you realize the only reason we're not doing this on Thursday is because Jeff's having a shelf put up?
he said he had a contractor coming over. I assumed it was more than a shelf. Why do you
Well,
have to be there for a shelf?
It's in the room that I record, and it's not just a shelf. It's also a desk. The desk that I'll be recording on.
You can't move. You're on a laptop, right? Isn't the whole point of your computer?
No,
is
I'm
that
on
it's
an
portable?
iMac. I'm on an iMac.
You can't move an iMac. An iMac has the screen is part of the fucking computer. It's the most portable.
Also, you have a laptop too.
I'm getting lectured by a guy who doesn't have access to electricity or megabytes.
That wasn't my fault. Okay. I don't have the bytes, I don't have the power, but I have the will and the determination. And if a shelf was coming into my house, I would just move where I record. I would not force a double
They're
episode.
still gonna be hammering and sawing and making noise. I
I
can't
said the
promise.
same
atmosphere.
I said the same thing, Andrew. I would not have moved.
All right,
face for
all right,
shelves.
all right. Well,
No.
we're gonna record part 2 or whatever the fuck this is. We're doing it again on Thursday.
Are you free?
So
on Thursday,
Andrew, if you can at all possible
This
get an
Thursday?
extension cord and run it down the alley, run it down Piss Alley to the McDonald's or whatever, and get them to plug it in, and then or maybe take up if you can go outside and panhandle for some extra megabits, just so that you're ready to go.
Can I
just in
check
case.
how do I check my bits on my phone? How do I do this? Can I do this live? Can I do a bit check? Because I might be okay. I don't know what the bit ratio is here.
I know what kind of
I mean,
phone
are
you
you
have.
asking these other two how to check something on
I'm
your
just kind
phone?
of I'm gonna click the button on my phone. I don't know if
Go
it'll
to
end.
general?
You still hear me?
Yeah, go
You
to
still good? Yeah, you're
general, and then
Okay, we're
then
But you don't have an iPhone though.
Oh
No, yeah, I have a completely different phone. I realized it was pointless to ask.
God damn it.
I'm on a Google
Whatever it is, it
Pixel.
sounds
Hey, if
great.
anyone in the comments knows where I can find my bits.
What comments?
know.
What comments? This is live. What are you
No,
talking
I know
about?
when this comes. I'm saying when this comes out, Eric. I'm saying
this
if I
won't
don't
come out
find
for
the
a
bits,
month.
This is like never coming out. Like I don't know how we could this be like is this an episode? Like I don't even know what
oh,
this
this is definitely an episode. I'm just trying to find my bits.
So are we now? Wait, are we now saying that this is an episode? No,
I think this is definitely part of the show.
but you weren't in most of it.
It's content. I
was-
just don't know what to call it.
This is definitely content. Well, if this isn't content, why am I wasting my time here on this phone with you?
Well,
listening to my
here's-
bits? These are precious bits.
Here's the deal, Andrew. I said we could make it a supplemental, like this could be episode 16.5 or something, but Eric doesn't like asymmetry.
Okay.
So he said
I
no.
don't give a shit what we do with it. We're doing something with this now. I'm using bits. This is a bit investment. I think this could be. I don't know what it sounds like, but
Well,
apparently
we
I
should
sound
decide
fine.
now whether we're keeping this as just the episode as it happened, or whether we have the first half of the episode that will finish on Thursday.
I mean Nick is saying have it be the episode. He made a second account so we can record, but then he could also listen. I'm recording Andrew only on this computer and everyone else on the other one. He has gone through hoops to make this work.
I feel like this is definitely part of the episode. I just we got a bit problem. I need to figure out my bit situation.
So Kelsey Grammer.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that. I think kinda covered it.
Come on. We lost you,
You left us in the
mid-sentence.
middle of. You left us mid-sentence.
Well, where did I leave off? I need to.
Wait, no.
What's the
Kelsey
word?
Grammer had 700,000 Todd points, and then you and your friend were getting
You think
200
Kelsey
Todd
Grammer
points every
cut my
time
power? Do I need to be? Should I be nervous about this?
you got attacked by the Grammer hammer.
Yeah, I think I did. I think this is a clear Grammar Hammer attack. There could be a phase 2 of my bit situation. Do you ever see something alarming and then just never do something about it and not realize it was a problem until later with like an accident or something? That's a weird way to describe that.
You saw your outlet earlier. Your junction box was sparking when you went to get a drink earlier, and you thought that'll be
No.
fine.
Exactly. No, I had a thing when a long time ago. I used to have my desk at a window, and I was watching a show. I just started Friday Night Lights, and a power cable exploded, which I don't know if either of you have witnessed that. It was like a flashbang went off. It was like this bright light blinded me for like 3 seconds, and then I looked, and I could see a cable was hanging on the line, and fire was shooting out of it, like 4 feet. It was like a flamethrower in the air, and I looked at it. I was really enjoying Friday Night Lights, and I said, "That's probably a problem." I turned Friday Night Lights back on. I just went about my day.
Zero other thought. Never even occurred to me of who I should call or that I should call anyone. It was fine. Nothing got caught on fire. It was around a bunch of trees. It was super dangerous. But
Was the woman in the alley in danger?
I gotta assume she was safe.
Did anybody ever come to fix it?
No, the fire stopped eventually, and I never saw anyone else fix it. But I assumed it was fine. I'm sure someone lost power.
So is your whole building off?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just definitely my unit is. I didn't know where the fuse box was, so that was a whole search.
You heard a loud bang, huh?
Yeah, it was like a bang, and then everything went off, and then I heard another bang, which I assume meant it would come back on. I think the bangs may have been unrelated. I think the banging noises were just things that happened.
I was thinking it was a car crashing into the power pole outside. But the second bang makes no sense unless he was trying to crash it back on.
Gavin, were you at lunch with me the day we saw that truck run into that power pole outside of Lucy's Fried Chicken?
Oh, I think so. Was I?
Yeah, it was like me and you and John Mike and those guys. And we just heard this like crazy bang. And then we looked up and there was a truck wrapped around a power pole in just the middle of the day. Right. And everybody just ate their fried chicken and watched as the ambulance showed up.
Yeah. I feel like we used to see a lot of stuff happen like that.
A lot of stuff goes on in Austin if you got your eyes open.
I found the bits, guys. I found the bits were good.
We're
only
good?
49 bits. I feel like we're good.
you're fine.
Yeah.
So you gotta kill this Kelsey Grammer story for us. It didn't go anywhere. How did it end up?
Oh, we took the top of it, and I'm sure they were very confused.
So you got ahead of Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, we got ahead of Kelsey Grammer and the guy that runs the site. We had like 2 million points each, and we just kept trading for the top of the leaderboard. And then eventually the whole site got shut down because it was a giant pyramid scheme. But we climbed to the top of it.
Nobody ever contacted you and said congratulations, or hey, you're fucking with the system, or and you never made money out of this pyramid scheme.
No, there was no like you could spend your points on like an HD wallpaper, and that was about it. There was no there was an implication that your points could be used in a further way, but it's just the wallpaper at the time.
Did you buy 2 million points worth of wallpaper?
I should have, but no, I don't think I did. I was in a race, Jeff. This is very serious. I had to keep every point I had.
How many HD wallpapers did they have available?
Oh, just one. It was one. It was just the company logo.
They made you pay for it.
Wow, what a colossal waste of time.
Kind of like this podcast. Nick says we're at 44 minutes already.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I was gone that long? I felt like I left like 15 minutes maybe, and I came back maybe 10 minutes ago.
You were gone for a while.
Wow.
I kept wanting to. I told the whole story about how I survived. Like my mouth's better. We had a lot of discussion about whether this was content or not, and what to do with it.
We made fun of Jeff for his shelves and desk.
I mean, the shelf thing is absurd.
A lot of making fun of me for trying to improve my situation and trying to get a desk built so I have room to record. And
Jeff tried.
Oh, what a spin that is! That is a great spin, Jeff.
That's true. It's true. That was my whole take from the beginning.
Jeff tried hard not to tell his amazing business plan, which I guess now he can actually tell.
Oh, I got a new business plan. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
All right.
What's your business
What do you
plan?
guys think about this? And I can't take full credit. It was I was hanging out with Trevor and Barb the other day. We were hanging, Emily and I, and we kind of came up with the idea together. But it's my idea. They have an idea they're going to take and run with, and I'm going to run with this one. You know OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if I started an OnlyFans where people bought audio recordings of me farting for them?
It's funny you mention this.
Like, what if I say like somebody pays like $50 and they're like, and I take it and then I go, okay, happy birthday, Kyle. And then I turn it in and then I fucking sell my farts, only farts.
Well, it sounds closer to Cameo. It sounds like fart
Yeah, I was
Cameo.
about to say, it just sounds like you're just doing Cameo, but you're farting.
Yeah, but it's like, I can already do Cameo.
I don't want to undercut anything here, but this was something that was discussed on the Rooster Teeth podcast that happened last night as of this recording. So
did they mention that it was for me?
Yes, the Barbara played a fart, and then it turned into a conversation about that briefly about like what if it was you could sell these, and I think everyone said like that's gross and crazy, but here we are. So maybe you can do this thing.
Yeah, well,
I kind of had a different angle with your fart thing.
This is going to come out like 3 weeks after that. What's your fart angle?
I was thinking so I thought, who buys albums anymore? What if we made like a greatest hits Jeff's fart album? And then just try to sell that and then
What, like press it onto vinyl?
No, not even necessarily vinyl, but like CD. I just feel like nobody would buy CDs anymore.
No,
How hard could
no.
it really be to have like a top CD? People still buy them in a number that would not be close to what we could do with your greatest farts. But
It's crazy, really, because CD audio quality is actually really good in comparison to most streaming and like all MP3 downloads. It's actually a lot better sounding.
I just don't have a disc drive.
Yeah, who does? I just love the idea of monetizing the air that comes out of your anus. I think most people can't do that.
I think like if I could, because I'm already, the whole thing started because Barb was pissed off I'd never sent her a fart and she asked for one. So I gave her a really good one called Brussels sprouts and garlic because that's what I was eating. And, oh, dude, it sounds like it was already played on the RT podcast, but I got it right here.
Well,
I'll
can
play
you
it for you.
can you play it here? It's relevant here as well.
Here you go. I'll give that to Nick. You can, I can smell the fart when I hear it. It was so bad. Emily made me go fart in the other side of the house, and I brought it back. It like followed me. It was.
But how much would you charge for that one? Would they all be the same price?
Yeah, I think so. Like if I could. No, how about this? I give you a fart, $20. Just like I walk around and I just capture every fart and then I just sell them farts. But if you want a
So it's a
personalized
subscription.
fart, no. It's like
You don't want to do
yeah. Oh, maybe all my monthly farts are like $20 or whatever, or $10 a month on OnlyFans. You get access to all my farts. Then on another level, if you want to buy a custom fart from me, and I can say like "Happy Anniversary, Grandma Smith," then that's like $50 because it's like you're the only person in the world getting that fart. It's just for you. I don't share it with anybody else. And it's a contract between you and I. What you do with the fart after that is your business. But yeah, and I personalize it with a little note like, you're finally 21, or however.
Okay. I don't like putting your farts behind a paywall though. I'm now gonna have to pay you for this.
Internet, you're my friend. You get access to all my farts for free all the time. However, I'm not getting any younger. I'm definitely getting older. This internet, video games, podcasting, it's a young man's game. I got to start. I've been giving away farts for 18 years. I got to start. I got to start thinking about my future. I got to start thinking about retirement. I got to start, I've given away 10 lifetimes worth of farts. I think it's time that I start attaching some sort of monetary value to it because I think I'm worth it. And I think they're worth it.
Can I pay to not get them?
That's a great question.
Because, you say you've been giving them away for free this whole time. I must have gotten thousands of dollars worth of free farts. And I feel like I would have paid to not have that.
If you want to give me thousands of dollars, I won't send any more farts your way.
No, I like them. I'm into just hearing them, not smelling them.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's a fun little project, and everybody farts. Farts are awesome. Farts are fun. I think it's a big part of my personality, and I think it's one of the things that makes me who I am. So why shouldn't I reap the rewards of my butthole? I take good care of it. I bidet it all the time. I'm real clean. It's a good butt.
That's a great point.
I found out something because I've also delved into the bidet arena. I don't know where the middle of my butthole is when I'm spraying it. Like I can't tell when I'm spraying the middle. Like it just all feels like my butthole. It is, but I can't ever tell where it meets.
I know what you mean, dude. I wonder if your stream is too wide. Like maybe I don't know what kind of settings you have.
Because sometimes I'm like, I want to make. Eric said butthole blindness. Yeah, sometimes I will really want to make sure it's spraying, in the middle. But
yeah.
I'm like on the edge, and I'm like, am I in the middle? And then suddenly I'll move, and it will like shoot water into my anus, and I'll be like, oh, that was the middle. But I can't ever tell just from like swinging my asshole around where I actually am.
I'm right there with you, dude. I have traveling anus, and it's like every time I sit down, it's always a bit of a gamble. It's like, where did my butthole move to this time? And it's weird because Howard Stern talked about that a lot. Like it took him like probably a year of using his bidet before he dialed it in every time where he got right in the starfish. And I am not there yet. As much as I feel like I got to jostle and move and like position every time's a different experience.
Yeah, it takes me about 5 to 10 seconds to really hunt for the middle of mine.
Man, once you find it though, you are aware.
Is it a fun 5 to 10 at least?
It's frustrating.
It doesn't feel bad. I just don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether you're meant to get it in your anus.
You are.
Not.
I think you are. I think you are.
You are.
That's where the poo-poo is.
Yeah, I just don't want to give myself an infection or something by blasting shit upwards when it should be going downwards.
No, it's electrolyzed water. You'll be fine. That's what enemas are all about.
Yeah, but there's some debate about how effective those are.
Yeah, or
And
like
how
high
good for you those
colonics.
are.
High colonics, they were a big deal back in the early 2000s.
Do I need to get on this bidet thing?
Well, you had the option of a free. You said it would be an issue for vertical wipers.
It is, but I mean, I don't know. It sounds like you guys are taking your asshole to the water park every day, and that sounds fun. I could get on board with that.
Yeah, it's like Six Flags in your asshole every day, pretty much. There's no going back. I'll tell you that, Andrew. Like once you squirt, you will never stop.
I think you should do it, Andrew. I think you should at least. How many bogs do you have?
3.
Yeah,
Jesus
just
Christ.
just get one for one of them, and if you don't like it, just don't use that bog.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So wait, which one? Well, how hard is it to take out? Because do I put it in the one that I use the least amount? I really struggle with that one.
Do you have one that you don't want to use? Like if you put it in the least used one and you like it, will you have an issue
That's the
using that one
problem.
all the time?
yeah, I'd have to walk several floors for the experience.
Several
It would be a problem.
floors.
Yeah, I
Damn.
live in a small space that's very vertical.
Here's what you should do.
Oh,
That's why
so
you're
you're
a
a
vertical
vertical
wiper. Yeah.
I'm all about that vertical lifestyle.
That's here's what you do. Watch a YouTube video and then see if it looks hard. To install, not use. You don't need to watch a video on how to use it. That would be
I
great.
say
No,
just
no, I
leave it alone if you don't like it, but just because taking it off again will be annoying. It's just easier just to not.
That's true. I guess I have the option to just not use it, but it's always equipped. I'm prepared.
Yeah, I mean, you could poo through it without using its features, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, I might try this. I'll look into this.
At a minimum, dude, it's got a seat heater. So even if you don't use the other bidet
that's
functions, you will have a warm, toasty butt while you're pooping.
I thought I wouldn't like that because in my head, to me, it sounded like I'd be sat on a toilet that it feels like someone else was just sat there. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels nice and warm.
It feels like when you get in a car on a cold day that has seat warmers and you're like, and you just kind of relax all over. all at once.
I feel like you do really have to get to know your anus though, because there have clearly been some times where I've not found the middle. And so after I'm done, blasting and I'll have like a cleanup wipe, it turns out I have more blasting to do. And that's happened a couple of times.
Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds way worse than just not blasting at all. I don't want to do two blasts.
It's a rare occurrence, dude.
Yeah, it's just I'm just getting used to it still.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you had the same thing. If you've also invested in an arse
Would you
blaster.
or would you not want a camera in there?
No,
Would not.
no.
Would not. No.
What if you could? What if you could get a camera in
No.
that thing?
I
Have
don't
an
know.
app in your phone. You can really aim that target up. You can figure out what's going on. You're
I
no
don't-
longer shooting in the dark.
I have never in 45 years seen my butthole, and I don't intend to see it now.
I think you would learn things about your anus that you can never unlearn.
I'm scared to see it. I'm scared to see it. I don't want to know what it looks like. I'm scared it's ugly. I'm scared it's weird. Or I'll be like, what is that hanging off of it? Or something. Not that there's anything hanging off of it, but I don't want to find out. I don't want to know.
Socially awkward butthole.
We also-
What if it's you know how people get their asshole bleached, like porn stars to get their butthole bleached? What if I find out I got a really like brown butthole and I'm just like horrified? I don't want to know.
I also,
don't wanna know.
we may live in the future, but I still don't want to have a conversation with someone where I'm explaining to them that I need to wipe the lens on my toilet. I think that's too much of a first world problem to have. Also, a butthole works in a way that you may not realize, in that it kind of turns like a little bit inside out when you do some twos.
Oh, like a prolapse?
Like it kind of has to feed it out,
by
basically slightly protruding.
Does it look kind of like when you take a long sleeve shirt off and it gets stuck at the wrist?
I mean, I don't know what it looks like. I just know that was explained to me by a doctor once when I had a bit of a butthole issue a few years ago.
I feel like maybe you should expound upon that. I wasn't aware that you had a butthole issue. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh yeah, I talked about it on a podcast. I had to have some suppositories. I had to put some wax pills at my ass for a little while.
Were you just constipated?
I can't remember the issue I was having.
How do you not remember the issue?
Suppositories help you shit more typically, so.
Oh, I think I shat some blood once.
Oh.
Yeah, that was it. I just blasted blasted the bowl with blood and I got really worried.
So the solution was shit more?
No. The suppositories were like to reduce inflammation, I think. But the thing is, and I think the part I told on the podcast was that you're meant to. I was having a really hard time keeping them up there because you put something in your butt like that, and it just to me felt like I needed to poo, like I really needed to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to like lock it in and wait for it to melt a little. But one of the times I was doing it, I was like about to head out the door, like there was an Uber waiting. So I shoved it up before work. And I didn't really have enough time to let it melt. So I was like, I was just clenching it while I was grabbing all my stuff and running out the front door. And as I opened my front door, it just blasted back out into my boxes. So I had to go back inside and like change my boxes and like clean out a load of waxy. It was awful. It's a terrible story.
That was an awesome story.
So then I had to put another one up. Thanks for listening to the most broken episode of Face that we could ever have made.
I loved it. It was something. Andrew, thanks for figuring out a way to make it back to us, buddy.
It's no problem. I'm trying to do a bit check. I already forget.
Yeah. Let's see what your final bits are at. You were at like
61.53. Oh, I got bits for days.
Oh,
I got bits for days. This is easy. This is no problem at all.
You only spent like 20 bits or 25 bits maybe?
Yeah, since I last did my bit
Megabits?
check. Yeah, 20 bits.
Wow.
I assumed it would be way more.
I guess not.
I'd be at 0.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
And
this is a great no power. Fantastic. I'm excited to actually listen to an episode because I'm not in part of it. So this is great.
if you're listening to this with power or without power, or you have a butthole, go ahead and like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Leave us a review. Talk about your butthole. Talk about how happy it is when you listen to Face.
Was the butthole stuff too much? I feel like we could maybe trim some of that out. It was a bit vulgar.
No, I think it was more medical than anything.
Yeah,
I don't think it was super.
I think I'd call it medical. I also think it was obviously vulgar, so it's weird. Like we just kept stacking on. So what do you mean? You think it was vulgar? It was definitely vulgar.
Nick says it's under the medicine umbrella, and we didn't even mention the part. Eric says nope, all good. We didn't even mention the part where Eric says that pooping is like puckering your lips, which that was a little gross. I thought, like your butthole, it looks like puckering lips when you go to
Eric,
poop,
have you seen it?
I can't confirm or deny. I can just let you know that what you're describing is what that's like. So,
Nick says he saw it.
well, thanks for listening to this episode of Face. Andrew, enjoy sitting in the dark. And guys, we'll see you next time on Face.